Jeff Parles here, courtside before the championship game. I got Marcel Anderson to my right, Vance Cooksey to my left. Start with you, Marcel. How have you felt the last few days here at the Global Basketball League?
I've been feeling pretty good. Just coming out here to have fun and play basketball.
Vance, you played with the Chicago Bulls in training camp a few years ago and have bounced around since then. Played in Poland last year. How's your experience been here in Las Vegas?
It's pretty exciting, just to get back in the groove of things and just trying to come out here and do the best that I can to help my team win.
You guys are cousins. Any family bets on this final here?
No, just try to go out and play hard and see who get the W.
Bragging rights, though, on the line, though?
Yeah, definitely bragging rights to come home. It's the first time I played against him in a long time. We usually play together every summer, so, may the best cousin win.
May the best cousin probably be the MVP of this session as well, too. Good luck today, guys. Thanks, guys.
If a kid is not playing in the NBA Summer League, they should be playing in the Global Basketball Summer League.
I love GBSL.
I love GBSL.
I love Global Basketball Summer League.
Testing.
Global Basketball is a leading media property that delivers precise information and news on its players all across the world.
The Global Basketball Summer League in Las Vegas allows players to showcase their skills in front of coaches, agents, and executives. But the tournament is also a training platform for the NBA officiating department. The GBSL allows referees to develop their skills in a professional environment with NBA rules.
So I've been a FIBA referee since 2011, a referee in the Australian National League. I've been doing that for 10 years.
As we develop ourselves as referees, it gives us an opportunity, especially some of the younger guys, to get into the system, understand the rules, understand the speed of the game.
Checking, mic check. Courtney Tate for Global Basketball TV. It's championship day, and I'm standing with Coach De La Cruz for the Southern Stars. Coach, what is the key for your team's success today?
Togetherness. The first two games we've been getting to know each other, but I've been very impressed with how together they play, how they share the ball, play good defense, good team defense.
And who are you looking today to step up and lead your team to a victory?
Well, really, Jesse Morgan and Marcel Anderson, they've been leading us the whole tournament, so kind of count on those guys to continue to do what they do.
Awesome. Well, good luck with the win today, Coach.
All right, thank
you. The Executive Director of Global Basketball, Daryl Reshaw. Daryl, another Global Basketball Summer League just about wrapping up in the books. What do you hope the goal is for all these players that come in here and take advantage of this Summer League?
Get jobs. You have about 130 players in 2 sessions. Had a lot of small college All-Americans. You had players who had pro experience. You had players played at the D1 level. And last year we had about 130 players. 40 kids got jobs directly by being associated with the Global Basketball Summer League.
The Global Basketball experience really provides us a great opportunity to evaluate our referees in good competition, and the competition continues to get better and better every year.
So it's also a platform for us to get jobs as well, Sean.
That's right, from play-by-play, color analyst duties, reporting, even helping with the entire events on an administration level.
What do you think about the Global Basketball Summer League, and how do you feel? I know you were here last year. How do you feel about this program offering this chance for these players?
I think it's awesome. We probably had 6 guys at our training camp that came through Global Basketball last summer. 2 of them started and played real well for us. Richard Amarty had a nice season, and Tom Granado had a fabulous season for us and was really good.
Much better defense. I mean, on the second half, good attitude. Then we have much more space on offense. We move the ball pretty good. Then we get the open shot. Basketball for me, it's a passing game. It's a team play, and everybody have to be involved on defense and on offense.
Let's not forget Dr. Mark Robinson.
Dr. Mark Robinson had his seminar.
Hello, everybody,
last night.
and welcome back to the Doolittle Community Center. It's the big one, our championship game here of Session B of this 2016 Global Basketball Summer League. Today it's the Southern Stars in the blue jerseys against the Windsor Express in white. My name is Ben Wilson. I'm joined by Shante Jordan. Shante, we've seen a lot of great basketball throughout the week, and I'm certainly excited to watch this one. 2 great teams here today. What are you expecting?
You know, Ben, I'm really excited for this one. Marcel Anderson, who averaged 13 points last season for the Czech Republic, I'm really excited to see what he's going to do in this championship game. It should be a really good contest and matchup between the guards.
Well, Anderson, a former MVP of this Global Basketball Summer League for Southern Stars, he scored 20 points in each of the first 2 games. He's certainly a player to watch for the Southern Stars again in blue. As for the Windsor Express, they've won each of their first 2 games by an average margin of 27 points, have absolutely dominated, winning last night by 30 over Finland Select. And it is the Windsor Express winning the tip going from right to left.
They're winning basketball games like video games with those type of leads.
Exactly, and their games really haven't been all that close. 5 guys averaging double figures as it's Vance Cooksey driving, tries to leave it off for Jalen Robinson, but instead a turnover. Here's Jesse Morgan, little Euro step, no, but a follow by Chaz Rollins and a great start for Southern Stars.
Nice step there, almost close to a travel, but not quite.
Jesse Morgan statistically has been Southern Stars' best player, 27 in game 1, 23 points last night. Just underway here, 40 seconds into the first quarter. It's Windsor Express with the ball down 2-0, and Troy Norris holding with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Gets past Anderson, his finger roll goes, and a foul. Great move by Troy Norris to get to the basket.
Way to play big and finish strong around the rim, taking the contact, able to still finish, heading to the line to complete the 3-point play.
And a nice little stutter there, too. Confused Anderson a little bit. He bid on that fake from Troy Norris, and the former Oregon walk-on unable to finish off the 3-point play, but we're all tied at 2 a minute into this game.
You know, Ben, anytime a guy is able to walk on into a Division I program, as in with Troy Norris walking on at Oregon University, the kid obviously has game.
Inside and a miss now for Paulin Mpawe of Southern Stars. And the ball out of bounds, last touched by the team in blue, the Southern Stars. So 2 points apiece. We're just a minute in to our Session B championship game at the Global Basketball Summer League in Las Vegas. Ben Wilson alongside Shante Jordan. It's Vance Cooksey with the ball right now, deflected away and out of bounds by Jesse Morgan. And Shante, another storyline that's going to be interesting to watch. Vance Cooksey holding the ball right there a moment ago for Windsor Express. He's cousins with Marcel Anderson, so they're going head-to-head today. We heard Jeff talk with them pregame, a very interesting sibling battle out there.
Very interesting, especially being that they're both guards, got a little family rivalry there. We're going to see who's going to come away victorious this morning.
Here's Jalen Robinson backing down Mpawe. Off-balance shot in the lane, too strong, and it's the big man out of San Bernardino, Paulin Mpawe, former player at Idaho, just graduated this past spring.
Marcel with a 3-point attempt.
Anderson can't connect, but there's Mpawe with an offensive board.
Nice rebound there. Unfortunately, left his feet before he knew what he wanted to do with it. Turns it over.
And
Nice finish
there is Cooksey with the finish after the turnover. Vance Cooksey on the scoreboard, and it's 4-2 Windsor Express. On the other end now, the answer from Jesse Morgan.
Ben, that's just terrible transition defense there. You got all the way to the cup. You got to be able to cut that off.
We're tied at 4, 2 minutes in. It's Windsor Express with the basketball going from right to left after a Jesse Morgan layup. Cooksey pass to the left side, and it's Deshaun Curtis knocking it down. First bucket of the day for him.
Deshaun
Long
Curtis
deuce.
showing the range there. Nice looking jump shot top of the key.
Curtis coming off a great year with Esprit Kasise in Slovakia, averaging 19 a game. And he gives Windsor Express an early 2-point lead, 6-4 with 7:31 to go. And we'll see a foul called on the inside. That's Jalen Robinson.
You know, Ben, I think it's a really good thing here at the Global Basketball Summer League. The fact that these officials are D-League officials, I think it's really good, not only for the players and to help them transition and get ready for the professional level. You have the 24-second shot clock. You have the D-League officials. What more can you ask for a professional environment?
It's Anderson here driving and drawing the foul. Nice move from the 30-year-old out of Chicago, Illinois. He's got by far the most experience out of anybody here. Came to the Global Basketball Summer League back in 2011. As a result, got a couple of offers. And then in 2012, won the MVP of this league and got a chance to play in the D-League with the Maine Red Claws, and came back here last year and got an offer to play with UZ Ladem in the Czech Republic, where he averaged 13 points a game last year.
Yeah, I really like Marcel's game. As you mentioned, he is probably the most experienced. At 30 years old, you know, usually age 30 and above is usually the red light, stop, don't go. However, at 30 years old, he doesn't look a day over 25, really, the way he has so much activity on the offensive end.
On the left wing here, Windsor Express getting a three. There's Troy Norris knocking it down, and Windsor Express back on top. We're 3 minutes in. Actually, they say that was a deep two from Norris. Still trying to get the scoreboard figured out. They've got it 6-6 right now. Shot missing off the heel there from Gernard Giroux, but Giroux able to get the steal. Feeding ahead to Rollins. He'll corral it, goes up against Robinson and scores.
Nice
job
way
by
to recover
Rollins.
there. Nice job to recover.
So the scoreboard has it 8-6 Southern Stars. 6:39 to go.
Nice take there. Left it short, trying to finish with the left hand. Oh, he has numbers. I don't think he's...
Giroux, a bit of an off-balance pass, ends up staying with Southern Stars, and they will get a basket.
That was pretty ugly, but it ended with 2 points.
It worked, as it's Morgan in the end. And it's a 10-6 lead for Southern Stars here. 6:14 to go first quarter. Three ball now. Williams falling away, and he cans it. What a shot by Alex Williams.
Nice shot at 6'5". He's able to raise up and see over the defense really, really well. You know, I really like the big guards we have here in this matchup today. Alex Williams for Windsor Express stands at 6'5", and then you have Jesse Morgan, who's averaging well over 20 points in this tournament. He stands at 6'5", 190. So I really like the big guards here at the point guard position.
Mpawe there cleaning up the miss from Marcel Anderson, and it's a 12-9 Southern Stars lead. Windsor Express holding the ball here in the white jerseys. Troy Norris will set up the offense. With 8 on the shot clock, a bounce pass to the left block. Curtis gets inside,
nice
can't quite finish, but an offensive board, and we'll see a foul as Robinson gets the offensive rebound, and he's hacked by Giroux. Actually, they'll give Mpawe the foul.
You know, Ben, Deshaun Curtis wasn't able to finish on that layup attempt, but you like the activity early and the way he was able to maneuver his body in the air, even though he didn't finish. It's quite an effort.
First mandatory timeout. We take them at the under 6 and under 3 minute breaks. 5:25 to go. It's a 12-9 lead for Southern Stars. Team wearing the blue jerseys today. My name is Ben Wilson, joined by Shante Jordan. I think it's safe to say Windsor Express probably the slight favorites coming in, just with how dominant they've been in the first 2 games.
Very dominant, Ben. You know, they do it with balance. On the offensive end, it's really not one guy that they're led by. So I think that's really, really good. Kind of reminds me, if you go think back in the NBA game, remember that 04-05 Pistons team?
Right.
With Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton. They really didn't have a standout star, but they got it done. Great basketball
Well,
there.
that's a great point you make. I mean, Norris averaging 13.5 for Windsor Express, Cooksey averaging 13, Hepburn 11, Robinson 14.5, Williams 14.
It's a great balance. Great balance.
5 of their 9 guys in double figures. Certainly a nice, luxury if you're Scott Newman, head coach, the assistant coach for the actual Windsor Express, who play in the Canadian NBL. And he certainly enjoyed coaching this team here in Session B. As out of the timeout, Jalen Robinson makes his first free throw.
Nice free throws there. Anytime your big man can step to the line and get 2 points is always a good thing, as he connects on the second free throw as well.
Robinson has probably played on the biggest stage of anybody in Summer League. He played in the Elite Eight with Dayton a couple of years ago before being kicked off the team in 2014.
Yeah, man. Dayton really surprised me. That was a heck of a Cinderella story there.
11 seed, they eventually lost to Florida in that regional final. Robinson playing significant minutes in that game. And here it's a foul called on Alex Williams as Rollins goes up, and he'll get a chance to shoot. Rollins, one of the youngest guys in this GBSL. Most of these players have been out of college for a year or so or longer, and Rollins just graduating from Grand Valley State in the spring in Allendale, Michigan, a Division II school originally from Cleveland, and he makes the first free throw. He's really impressed me too.
Very impressive, and coming from my hometown, I'm really rooting for the guy to make it to the next level. I'm also from Cleveland, Ohio, so I'm really curious to see how well he's going to play in today's championship game.
Goes 1 of 2 from the line and has 5 points, but trying to break out. Windsor Express has it deflected, comes back to the Stars. Here's a 3 from Morgan, and he nails it.
You know, Morgan, I really like this kid's game. He really does a good job of mixing it out, inside, outside, can really pass the ball well and get his teammates involved. He really has a complete package, probably one of the complete packages I've seen showcased in this tournament this weekend.
16-12 to the Southern Stars now. 4:45 to go first quarter after the 3 by Morgan, who has 7. Bounce pass inside, Robinson stripped, but it comes back to Cooksey. Mid-range shot, and that goes.
Cooksey is cooking early and the jump shot going.
Up-tempo pace now. Maxey, this shot won't go. Marlon Maxey, it's the first time we've called his name, missing about a 15-footer. And Cooksey brings it up ahead. Finds an open Hepburn, fakes the 3, goes inside. Nice move, but can't finish. As Rollins was able to cover some ground there defensively, eventually knocks it out of bounds off of Hepburn. And it goes back to the Southern Stars.
Wiley Hepburn going in kind of not too aggressive down there. You know, when you go into the hole like that, you want to go extra aggressive, not really with the finesse game. You like to see him kind of finish stronger next time down there.
$16-13 is our score. Southern Stars on defense, they lead right now. And it's Deshaun Curtis, the Augusta, Georgia native. And a pass to Anderson, he'll hit it. Marcel Anderson with 5 points, his first 3. He struggled from 3, hasn't hit any in the first 2 games, but able to get that one to go, and it's a 6-point Southern Stars lead.
One thing about shooters, Ben, you want to keep on shooting, and you're going to eventually have it go in.
Robinson on the crossover, gets inside and draws a foul. Giroux got a clean block there, but it looked like it was more with the body.
Nice recovery, way to move his feet by Giroux. Unfortunately, he got a call for the body check, and Jalen Robinson to be on the line shooting too.
Giroux has had a lot of injury issues. Started out at the University of Washington, but tore an ACL as a sophomore. Ended up transferring to Tulane after graduating from Washington in 2015. Was a grad student this last year. Was off to a pretty good start. Averaged 7 and 6 in the first 18 games, but had a season-ending ankle injury. A really promising guy in Gernard Giroux, who just committed that foul as Robinson misses both free throws.
You know, Ben, injuries, though you hate to hear kids suffering from injuries, unfortunately it's a part of the game. Hopefully he can maintain his health as he try to play on the next, land a contract to play on the next level.
There's Jesse Morgan. He's having a great first quarter with 9 points, and it's an 8-point Southern Stars lead, 21-13 with 3:30 to go. As Vance Cooksey holds for Windsor Express. Cooksey, hounded by DeAndre Scott, nearly forces a turnover here with 7 on the shot clock, and now an offensive foul.
He definitely tried to hook him. Great ball pressure there, and it's going the other way.
DeAndre Scott, who just finished up at NAIA Tougaloo College in Mississippi this last spring. Great defense there. He hasn't been a big factor on the offensive end for Southern Stars, but that's what he'll do. Great defender on the perimeter.
It's very true. You really like to see your guards defensively get pressure.
Now it's a foul called on Michael Shin. Anderson got clipped on the wrist as he was falling away there. And Michael Shin, the Marrero, Louisiana native, will be called for the foul.
It's kind of like just giving away points anytime you foul a jump shooter. You want to be mindful of getting your hands up without fouling. Unfortunately, Marcel Anderson is going to be going to the line.
Anderson with 5 early points, hit a 3 a minute ago and connects on the free throw. He's got 6. Played at Harris Stowe State, graduated back in 2010 at NAIA school in St. Louis, and was on the shuttle with Marcel last night. It was his grandma's birthday.
Really?
So it'll be a nice little present for her here, although Marcel's cousin Vance Cooksey on the other side. So either way, Grandma is going to be happy for the relatives.
Either way it goes, she's probably going to be happy that her family got the victory.
So Anderson goes 2 of 2 from the line. 23-13 now. It's the largest lead of the day for Southern Stars as it's Windsor Express basketball. And this is the first time Windsor Express has trailed all session. Hepburn tries to drive baseline. Will put up an awkward shot, but gets it to go. Hepburn almost like a shot put there from about 8 feet away.
Really, it wasn't the prettiest. It was great defense, but better offense. Oh, and he's going to take a hard spill. That is Monte Burney.
Jelaine Price hammering Monte Burney on the drive. He'll shoot 2 after our mandatory under 3 timeout. It's a 23-15 ball game. Southern Stars on top early with 2:30 to go. Shantae, as I mentioned, Windsor Express, they've absolutely blown out their opponents. A 98-74 win over the DMV All-Stars in the quarters. Beat Finland Select by 30 last night, 91-61. So what's happened here for Southern Stars? They've come out just out of the gate firing.
Yeah, Ben, both teams are really getting into the paint really well. So I think moving forward, it's really going to be, the tell of the tape is going to be decided by whoever protects the paint much better than the opposition. So really curious to see who's going to protect the paint coming out of this timeout.
Early on, Jesse Morgan leading the way with 9 points. Marcel Anderson with 7, Chaz Rollins 5 for Southern Stars. Well, it's been mostly Troy Norris and Vance Cooksey doing the scoring for Windsor Express, but you have to be a bit worried if you're Scott Newman because Jalen Robinson, James Still, who we haven't seen in this ballgame yet, they haven't really gotten involved down low, and those guys were absolute forces to be reckoned with in the paint the last 2 days.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I expect Jalen Robinson to at least start establishing his presence, making his presence felt down there in the paint because he has the advantage. So definitely going to be interesting to see if that's going to happen here moving forward.
Monte Burney making the first free throw, 2015 graduate of Martin Methodist. Transfer from Division I Eastern Kentucky, and he goes 2 for 2 from the line. Burney didn't do much in the first game. It had 9 points, 3 assists, and 3 steals in the win yesterday for Southern Stars, and the lead back up to 10 here, 25-15 with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. A spin move now by Robinson, goes up and under, but too strong. Great defense underneath by Maxey, and we'll get a jump ball underneath.
That's exactly what I was looking for, Ben. I just called for it the play before. Jalen Robinson, he has to start getting active down there in the post and utilizing his size. Good way to establish position early on that possession.
Well, I mentioned Jalen Robinson kicked off the team from Dayton in 2014, ended up playing for Dalton State last year and averaged 16 and 8 at an NAIA school in Georgia without any NCAA eligibility. So he certainly got the talent, and I'm sure a lot of scouts will be looking at the Columbus, Ohio native here this week.
Yeah, he has something you can't teach, Ben. At 6'10", 6'10", 230, that's really good size, and he has the footwork and the talent and skill level to really play on the next level. I know he got kicked off the Dayton squad. I'm not really sure the details there, but you like to think that he's ready to play well on the next level and also be a high-quality character guy.
An air ball from Jelaine Price in the corner and a shot clock violation as that never hit rim. It was a burglary charges. Robinson and a couple other teammates were kicked off the team after that 2014 season. As we hit the 2-minute mark here, 25-15 Windsor Express lead. Southern Stars lead, and they extend it up to 13 as it's Jesse Morgan. Again, he's got 12 in the first quarter.
Boy, I tell you, Jesse Morgan has great lift on his shot. He really has really good mechanics. Kind of reminds me a lot of J.R. Smith's of the Cleveland Cavaliers with his release.
3 missing here from Jalen Robinson. But an offensive rebound. It's back to Robinson. Goes up strong but can't finish. Maxey on the defense, and he'll now try to lead the fast break, but throws it away right to Troy Norris, and we go back and forth, up and down the court. Scoop shot, no, and a charge. Hepburn a bit out of control. And Maxey again on the defensive end, able to draw that charge. He hasn't scored yet, but he's been really impactful defensively.
Very impactful, great defense there. As you know, I noticed on both ends, these teams have kind of been squandering points on the offensive end in transition, just not able to execute. It's really simple, Ben. We learned 3-man weave in early Pee-wee basketball, so you'd like to be able to see them convert on the offensive end when they have numbers, make the correct play.
28-13 our score with a minute 23 to go. Southern Stars have come out playing a perfect game, and they have the ball right now. Monte Burney leading the offense. And it's Maxey now working on Deshaun Curtis. He'll hand off to Marcel Anderson. Some fancy dribbling. Now a step back 3, and that's in. Anderson gets it to go, and he's got 10. Everything falling for the Southern Stars. They lead by 16 and a 31-point first quarter.
Marcel seems to be the cousin that's getting the better half.
Norris, can he respond? No, it's a rebound for Maxey. And here come the Southern Stars pushing from left to right. Speeding into the lane, it's Anderson, and he draws a foul. He'll shoot 2. As Norris called for the foul, and Southern Stars absolutely rolling right now.
They are rolling. If Windsor Express isn't going to stop the ball, Marcel Anderson, seeing the opening, he kept going, and he's going to be rewarding with the trip to the free throw line for an opportunity to shoot 2.
Both Anderson and Jesse Morgan already in double figures as he misses the first free throw. An 86% free throw shooter through 2 games here in the GBSL. But Shantae, Southern Stars right now on pace for over 120 points. This has been an incredible display of offense in this first quarter.
I agree. Southern Stars, if they want to get themselves back into the game, they're going to have to stop the bleeding on the offensive end and have better defense. You have to stop the ball. That's just basic defense.
So here's Windsor Express now with the ball, down by 17, a team who's won each of their first 2 games by an average of 27. This shot from the corner left short by Hepburn, and a foul in the backcourt. Frustration starting to really pile on here for Windsor Express, as it's Hepburn calling for his second foul in the last minute or so, and with it being the second foul in the last 2 minutes, it's free throws, and again it's Anderson stepping to the stripe.
I do believe that was a frustration foul, Ben, but you have to, when things are not going your way, you still have to keep your composure. As you see, he's just picked up his second foul, and it's just 27 seconds left, and Anderson is heading to the line to extend this lead, so it's a really bad foul there. You have to be able to maintain your composure there.
A couple of rare misses here for Marcel Anderson, listed at 6 foot, 185 pounds. And he misses both, so it remains a 32-15 lead for Southern Stars. Norris walking it up for Windsor Express with 20 seconds to go, about a 2-second differential between shot and game clock. So Norris will hold for the last shot here. Mentioned he was a walk-on at Oregon. Before that, played JUCO at the College of the Sequoias in California. He'll go now, little shake and bake, steps back but misses too strong. Rebound by Curtis, he goes up and can't finish. Looked like he was fouled by Burnley on the play. They'll actually call Maxey for the foul underneath with 2 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Nice second effort there, and he's going to be going to the line. That is Marlon Maxey. Marlon Maxey is another kid that has really good size. Way to stay active down low and give his team an opportunity on the second chance points.
So here's Deshaun Curtis. Graduated from Division II Cheney back in 2014, a school in Pennsylvania, and misses the first free throw. Was quiet yesterday, but had a really nice game in Game 1. 11 points, 5 boards, and 3 steals. The Augusta, Georgia native, but missing that first free throw. Only a 56% free throw shooter.
You're right, Ben. That is Deshaun Curtis. I said Marlon Maxey. I got my 6'6" guys kind of mixed up there.
Hey, it happens, especially with the generic blue and white jerseys, as both free throws are missed. Clock expires, and that does it. What a first quarter for the Southern Stars. They lead it 32-15 over the Windsor Express. We'll take a quick break, be back with more action from the Global Basketball Summer League in Las Vegas after this.
Cool. Grab some more. Do you want some? Oh, you want some water? Sure.
Ben Wilson back alongside Shante Jordan as we go to quarter number 2 at the 2016 Global Basketball Summer League here at the Doolittle Community Center in Las Vegas. It's the championship game of Session B, and it's been all Southern Stars so far. The slight underdogs coming into this one up 32-15 on the Windsor Express. Southern Stars in the blue jerseys. They keep the basketball going from left to right to begin quarter number 2. As it's a drive by Monte Burney, losing the ball, and now a fast break chance for Windsor Express.
It's kind of...
Alex Williams with no numbers will briefly pull it out. Now drives and can't finish. It's an offensive board for Curtis. His second chance won't go. And a couple of balls batted around. Lots of bodies hitting the floor. We'll eventually see Southern Stars come away with it, and Steve Frankowski just into the game for the first time.
And it's finally good to see someone on the Southern Stars finally hit the ground and show some effort, because right now the Windsor Express is getting whatever they want, especially they're killing on the offensive glass. They appear to be the team that wants it just more. I'm kind of disappointed by Southern Stars and their lack of effort on both ends of the court.
We'll get a timeout taken here by the Windsor Express as Vance Cooksey got trapped there in the corner. Neither team scoring here in the first 50 seconds of our second quarter. So it's Southern Stars 32, Windsor Express 15.
Oh.
We have 9:10 to go in the second quarter. Out of the timeout by Windsor Express, their first of the half. Both teams getting 2 per half in addition to the mandatory under 6 and under 3 timeouts. Ben Wilson back alongside Shante Jordan. It's our Global Basketball Summer League championship game here in Session B. And a jumper good from Vance Cooksey. Much needed bucket for Windsor Express, who have really struggled in this first quarter.
Vance Cooksey with the dribble right there and the finish really looks good there.
DeAndre Scott working inside, goes outside to Burney, but Monte Burney can't connect, and a rebound for Alex Williams. Windsor Express with the ball down 15. Cooksey again, a bit short, but an offensive rebound, and putback goes. It's the big man, Deshaun Curtis.
Deshaun Curtis scoring hard to secure that rebound and go back up for 2 points.
4 quick points out of the timeout for Windsor Express. It's now a 13-point game, 32-19. Southern Stars with the ball and leading. 8:20 to go in our first half from the Doolittle Community Center in Las Vegas. It's Burney looking for the entry pass. And Mpawe a chance to back down on Robinson. Instead kicks it outside. And the shot clock will expire. Mpawe never saw it. We've mentioned this, Shante, throughout the tournament. The shot clock at about waist level. It doesn't work above the basket, so they have a manual shot clock, and a lot of teams have had this same issue throughout the tournament.
You're right, Ben. We have seen quite a few shot clock violations, and all players on the court have to be mindful of clock management and clock awareness so you don't have those costly and foolish turnovers.
Here's Robinson on the right block. Just over 2 minutes into the second quarter. Windsor Express trying to come from behind after an outburst of 32 points in the first quarter for the Southern Stars. Here's Curtis, fall away shot, gets the friendly bounce. What a second quarter so far for Deshaun Curtis.
Deshaun Curtis showing the post moves there.
11-point game now. It's Frankowski in for the first time, the current grad manager for Pittsburgh. He passes to the right side. Scott with the drive. Now Frankowski for three, but it's off the mark. And we'll get a over the back foul. That's going to be called on Windsor Express, and it's on Curtis. He doesn't like that call, so it stays here with Southern Stars. 7:22 to go now.
That was an interesting call there, Ben. It seems as though Deshaun really got the worst of the contact there. Unfortunately, he's caught for the foul.
So Frankowski will inbound. He hasn't played a whole lot. Did have 5 assists yesterday, though, in the win for Southern Stars. Graduated from Columbia back in 2015. Very smart kid out of Florham Park, New Jersey. Here's Anderson with the runner, leaves it short, gets his own miss, though. That one goes around and out, and a rebound for Robinson. A couple of great looks for Anderson, but he can't convert. Windsor Express come the other way, and a foul called as Norris drove to the cup.
You know, if basketball doesn't work, I'm sure he'll find some really good things how to put that Columbia degree to work.
I agree with you there. He's called for the foul here. As it's 32-21, Southern Stars leading Windsor Express, but the last 6 points, all 6 points in this second quarter going to the team in white, the Windsor Express, as they've cut the deficit now to 11 with 7:07 to go in the first half. And Norris missing the first free throw. Norris goes 1 for 2. He didn't have to do a whole lot last night, but was all over the place in game one. 12 points, 9 assists, 6 steals, and 5 rebounds for Troy Norris. It's Frankowski denied on the long two as Norris comes away with it. Lob pass up top, going for Curtis. A lot of contact, and we'll see a foul called. Rollins able to impede the progress of Deshaun Curtis. They actually will call it on Mpawe.
You know, it's really good to see Windsor Express push the ball and play with a little bit more up-tempo and energy as they've cut this deficit to 10 and with the opportunity now in this possession to get it within single digits.
So they'll say that that's on the floor. Officials deeming that there wasn't possession yet, but it looked like clearly going to the basket was Curtis. Coach Scott Newman not liking that call. Instead, it's a side out, and Cooksey goes in, misses, but Robinson there for the easy tip-in. Nice control from Jalen Robinson.
I understand Coach Newman's frustration there with that call. It seems as though his player was going up for the foul, so it should have been in the act. However, his team still scores on the other end.
In the corner, Anderson for 3. That's off. Mpawe fighting for the board and was grabbed by Robinson.
Windsor Express is very, very fortunate that Marcel Anderson missed that shot because he had a wide opportunity. Windsor Express really has to do a better job of closing out on the wing.
Southern Stars jumping out to a 32-15 lead after 1 quarter, but Windsor Express outscoring Southern Stars 9-0 in the first 3.5 minutes of our second quarter. It's back to an 8-point game all of a sudden. And all of a sudden, Southern Stars have really gone ice cold from the field. Haven't made a shot in the second quarter. Quick pass inside and a turnover. Rollins tried to force it into Mpawe.
Good idea to want to feed the post. However, you don't want to force it.
About a 30-footer from way downtown, not close from Alex Williams.
I think
and
he
the
got
Southern
Steph
Stars
Curry
push.
there.
Yeah, not quite Steph Curry range, but Southern Stars another turnover. That's 2 in a row. Things have really gotten sloppy here in the second quarter. Obviously, Shantae, things had to even out a little bit. You couldn't have played any better than Southern Stars in the first quarter, but this is quite a sloppy performance from Will De La Cruz's side here in quarter number 2.
It is a sloppy performance. You know, good thing, really good for Windsor Express to cut this deficit down. Basketball is a game of runs. However, you like to see if Southern Stars is going to come back to turn this thing around.
So Southern Stars still in the lead, 32-24, but as you mentioned, Shantae, they've been absolutely ice cold No points through the first 4 minutes and 8 seconds of this second quarter. 5:52 to go in the half as Robinson draws the foul on Giroux, who's back in. And Robinson will shoot 2. Robinson perfect on the first. He's got 5. Curtis and Cooksey leading the way so far for the Windsor Express, the team in white, with 6 points. Norris and Robinson each have 5. Meanwhile, on the other side, Southern Stars with 12 from Jesse Morgan, 11 from Marcel Anderson. And Robinson makes both. It's now an 11-0 run for the Windsor Express. 6-point game with 5:50 to go as Southern Stars bring it up. 3 in the corner for Morgan. He misses, but he's fouled on the play, and he'll get 3 shots as Cooksey got him on the wrist. Big mistake by Vance Cooksey there.
You like to see Cooksey close out. However, to foul a 3-point shooter is something you never want to see. You got to do better on your closeouts.
Morgan can't hit on the first. Shooting at a 77% clip from the stripe so far. Well, we alluded to Gernard Giroux, a lot of injury troubles in the past. Morgan, a similar guy. He started his career at UMass in 2010. Suffered a torn ACL in his junior year and transferred. Sat out a year and then played for Temple, graduating in 2015. Morgan gets 1 of 3. He's now got 13 points, and the run finally comes to an end as Southern Stars on the board here in this second quarter. Still up by 7, 33-26. A drive and dish from Cooksey. Inside is Curtis. Had to go down to pick that ball up. Picks it back and gets the lay-in to go. Nice play from Curtis. Back to a 5-point game, and it's a 13-1 run for the Windsor Express.
Wow, 15-1 run. We got ourselves a ball game here, Ben.
Rollins way short on the 3 from the right side, and Cooksey looks to push. Gets in the air. It's a brief 3-on-2, but able to get back now is the Southern Stars defense. Norris a little leaner, misses short, but gets his own miss. Tries to lay it off instead, throws it off of Gernard Giroux and out of bounds with 5:03 to play in the half.
Nice effort there by Troy Norris, following up and getting his own rebound, and his team is going to maintain possession.
33-28 our score. Southern Stars in the lead, but they've seen a 17-point first quarter lead evaporate down to just 5.
Again, it's a game of runs, but however, Southern Stars is going to have to do a better job. Instead of them playing to keep the lead, they're going to have to keep playing. It's very early, so you like to see them get back to what made them successful in that opening quarter.
Deshaun Curtis with the bucket, and it's down to a 3-point game. How about this? 15-1 run. Chaz Rollins with the ball as Southern Stars desperately needing a bucket to end this run. Here's Morgan inside. He is denied by Curtis. Ball comes back to him. Powade will get a foul inside as the ball gets lodged up against the rim and backboard. And they'll call it on Robinson.
It's a good no call there, Ben. It's really good defense.
So Mpawe will go to the line. Put up big numbers for San Bernardino Valley Community College, a JUCO, in his hometown of San Bernardino, California. Didn't play a whole lot for Idaho in 2016. Played just 1 year. Only averaged about 1 point and 1 rebound per game. But you can tell a big kid, raw post player at 6'10", 230, but has a lot of upside.
You're right. He does have really good upside. As I mentioned earlier, when a kid that has size, that's something you can't teach. So big guys like him, you always give them a look because they're worth a look because of their size. Look at a guy like him, went to a JUCO. It's really interesting to me here at this tournament. It's really a good mix of guys. You have D1 guys, NIIA guys, Division III guys, JUCO guys, and all of them have the same aspirations, and that is playing on the next level. So it's really good to see all these guys compete against each other, coming from all different levels of competition on the collegiate level.
Mpawe missed both free throws, but Southern Stars able to get a reset, and then Robinson called for a foul. That's number 4 by my count. Again, we're playing under NBA Summer League rules, so it takes 10 fouls to foul out, but Robinson has picked up 4
10
already.
fouls. I think that's very, very generous.
I am with you on that. They want to encourage getting guys the most playing time as possible as Giroux stripped there by Robinson. 33-30, Southern Stars lead. It's Windsor Express with the basketball, currently on a 15-1 run. And Williams has it poked away from behind. Can't be saved by Cooksey as he briefly poked it away from his cousin Marcel Anderson.
That's good defense there by Windsor Express. Vance Cooksey able to stop transition with his defense there, getting his hand on the ball.
So Southern Stars still without a field goal in the second quarter. We're at the 4-minute mark. of the half. It's Giroux, fall-away shot. That won't go as it's off the front of the rim, saved by Robinson. And the drought continues for Southern Stars, even though they lead by 3. Cooksey had it deflected away, and he touched it last, trying to recover. Mpawe using those long arms to prevent Cooksey from getting a pass inside.
Ben, that's something I've seen quite a few times today at the guard position. Guys leaving their feet without making a decision of exactly what they want to do, and ultimately turning the ball over to the other team.
So now 3:45 to go in the half as Anderson walks it up for Southern Stars in the blue jerseys. Up 33-30, but they've scored just 1 point in this second quarter. Giroux, his second straight miss, but he gets his own board. Floater inside, and there it is. Finally, the drought ends. It takes 6.5 minutes, but Southern Stars get a field goal here, and somehow they lead by 5.
That's a nice-looking floater by the big man there.
And Giroux sticking with it after missing his previous 2 attempts. Here's Robinson on the other end, gets inside, can't finish. It's Curtis with the follow, and he's fouled on the way up. Hacked by a couple of Southern Stars on the play. They'll give the foul to Mpawe, his 3rd.
You know, Ben, that's maybe the 3rd time that Jalen Robinson has had the ball at point-blank range and just bricked it to the other side. He has to utilize the glass better, especially being a post player.
So Curtis will get 2. He's been an unsung hero in this half for Windsor Express. 10 points as they've clawed back, and the first free throw missing. It's been a 15-3 second quarter for the Windsor Express, who, as we've mentioned, have absolutely rolled over their first 2 opponents. Average margin of victory, 27 points. So here's Curtis, the 56% free throw shooter, missing the first, and now gets the second. So make it 35-31. Southern Stars with the ball, bringing the ball up from left to right. As we approach the 3-minute mark, Maxey will be coming in at the next break for the Southern Stars. Anderson, little teardrop, too strong. It's tipped around and last off Wally Hepburn of Windsor Express. So that allows Maxey to come in. He'll get Mpawe for Southern Stars. Jelaine Price back in. He gets Curtis.
Southern Stars are looking at maybe a 4-point second quarter. Talk about a drought. So definitely curious to see if they're going to get things going here to extend this lead. Nice looking shot there.
That's one way to do it. Jesse Morgan, foot on the line. He's got 15. The Philadelphia native able to snap the drought, and it's back to a 7-point lead for Southern Stars.
No, it's so funny. He's from Philly. His release kind of has that of a Deion Waiters type of release.
Missed shot here on the scoop from Hepburn up ahead. Maxey gives it back, and a near travel, not called. Giroux gets the finish. The officials signify that that ball was deflected away from him, but Giroux gets the bucket. Coach Scott Newman doesn't agree, and it's an 8-point lead again. 39-31 for the Southern Stars here. Windsor Express basketball, 2:15 to go in the half. Robinson, quick spin move, and he's called for the arm hook.
Tried to get away with the subtle hook there.
And that's his 5th foul now, halfway to that 10-foul margin as we get our under 3 timeout. 2:13 to go. Southern Stars have finally been able to break this drought. It's kind of fascinating, Shantae. It's been all Windsor Express in the second quarter.
You're right.
Outscoring the Southern Stars 16-7, but obviously we kind of forget that Southern Stars shot the lights out in the first quarter, up 32-15 after 1. Things kind of evening out here. It's been an interesting game, the flow of it.
Very interesting game, Ben. Southern Stars, as you mentioned, they came out lighting it up in that first quarter, so they definitely cooled off in that second quarter. But to their own, they also shot themselves in the foot with their turnovers and their lack of defense on the opposite end. So they're definitely going to have to get back to defending the ball much better and doing what made them successful in that first half, which I believe was up-tempo basketball and fast breaking.
We come out of the timeout, 2:13 to go in this first half. 39-31 lead for Southern Stars, who lead despite just scoring 7 points in the quarter. And they'll bring it up from left to right. Marcel Anderson with 11 first-half points, right on pace for his average in this summer league of 20. Maxey doing a lot of perimeter dribbling, has it poked away, and Cooksey brings it ahead. 4 on, it'll be Cooksey all the way, laying it in.
Ben,
after the
how
steal.
is it that not one guy on Southern Stars got back? It basically was 5-0 there.
But Anderson gets the response, falling away. A nice touch shot. He's got 13. Pace really picking up here in the last 30 seconds. Shin for 3. That's off back iron, and a rebound comes out to Hepburn. He'll go hard to the basket. Nice up and under, and Wally Hepburn gets the scoop.
Nice finesse play there. Very Kyrie Irving-esque.
That gets Windsor Express back to within 6, 41-35 with 90 seconds left in our first half. We do get a delay of game warning on Hepburn. And Anderson walks it back up. Picks up the dribble, gets some help from Chaz Rollins. Rollins looking to ISO, goes hard to the hoop and is denied. Jelaine Price, the big 6'8" Canadian, using the long reach.
Long reach it is. You might as well do the Mattelbo finger wag there. Get that weak stuff out of here.
Jelaine Price playing in the University of Winnipeg in Canada, catching the eye of Scott Newman, as we mentioned, the coach of the Canadian NBL's Windsor Express. Shot from downtown and a foul call. Looks like Anderson was behind the line as Hepburn gets him for the foul.
That's a tough call there, Ben. Tough call. Anytime you get caught for fouling a jump shooter, it's not something you want.
We'll have the clock reset to 1:01 here. It's 41-35 Southern Stars after a 32-point outburst in the first quarter. And here's Anderson at the line. 86% free throw shooter in this summer league, and he connects on the first.
You see here, Scott Newman, head coach of Windsor Express, him and his players really don't like this last call. However, I think they're just going to have to get over it and focus on the next play.
Anderson missing.
Newman looks really close to getting a technical foul call.
2 for 3 here from Anderson, as he's got 15 in the first half. 8-point lead for Southern Stars in our Global Basketball Summer League Championship game. Cooksey after the crossover. Robinson, a head fake, drives inside and now kicks. Shin for 3. Leaves it short, and Scott gets the board and then gets pushed in the backcourt. And that's on Robinson, so 6 fouls by my count in the first half on Jalen Robinson. Getting close to becoming the first player in our Global Basketball Summer League to foul out. It's 10 fouls.
At this rate, Ben, he's going to be gone by the end of the third quarter.
42 seconds left, and that is the second foul in the last 2 minutes. So again, Southern Stars in the bonus, and DeAndre Scott shoots 2.
Well, 42 seconds here. You have to wonder if he's going to go to the bench just to save him from getting his 7th foul call.
Scott has that roll around and then drop his first point. The Yazoo City, Mississippi native, DeAndre Scott, started his career at Division II Southern Arkansas before transferring to the NAIA school in Mississippi, Tougaloo College. Goes 1 of 2. It's a 9-point lead for Southern Stars. Windsor Express basketball. Hepburn on the drive, showing off the speed. He gets all the way to the hole.
I don't know if that's great offense there or just terrible, horrible defense.
Well, we've seen the speed on display from Hepburn a couple of times. He's really done a nice job off the dribble. He's got, it's kind of subtle speed. It takes you by surprise a little bit. He's able to really turn it on at times.
You know, if you think back, do you remember Deron Williams out of Illinois? Also formerly of the Utah Jazz, and used to always play with really good pace. It has that really subtle speed. It's kind of reminds me of with Wally Hepburn.
Here's Giroux driving. 4 on the shot clock. Giroux, the turnaround, leaves it short. Tip out comes to Robinson. 10 seconds left on the clock. Cooksey will hold for the last shot with Windsor Express down by 7. Cooksey, crossover, but poked away with 3 seconds. It's Morgan from half court, and he misses it off to the left. As it brings us to the end of half number 1. Southern Stars in the lead, 44-37 over the Windsor Express, who outscore Southern Stars, though, 22-12 in that second quarter. We'll take a break. We've got a halftime interview coming up. We'll be back for third quarter action in just a moment from the Doolittle Community Center in Las Vegas.
This halftime?
Yeah. They've been using that. I got you.
They down by 7?
Yeah. They were down 32-15 at the end of the first, though. So they came back in the second. They were down 17 at the end of the first quarter, so they've come back. I guess, yeah.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Windsor. Windsor Express. Coming from here?
Yes, it's coming from there. Yeah, we're coming from here. Am I ready to go? Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Hi, my name is Malika Wilson, and I'm here with the coach from Windsor Express. Coach, you guys were down about a lot of points in the first half. So getting into the second half, only down by 7. What are you guys going to do to turn that around?
Well, we're going to keep doing what we did in that second quarter. That was get defensive stops. We were down 15 at the end of the first. Not halftime, now we're down 7. So we did that on the defensive end. We got a few calls in that second quarter that allowed them to get a few free throws and some easy baskets. But we're going to keep fighting and keep playing hard and competing and look forward to winning this ball game.
Thank you, Coach. And you guys are 2-0, so both teams 2-0. How are you going to, get this victory and have your team go home proud?
Well, just keep doing what we were doing the first 2 games, and that's defending, rebounding, running the floor, and being unselfish on offense. So we're going to continue to do that, and hopefully we'll come out with the victory.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Ben Wilson welcoming you back to the Doolittle Community Center in Las Vegas, getting ready for quarter number 3 of our Global Basketball Summer League Championship game. I'm joined by Shante Jordan. It's the Southern Stars on top, 44-37 over the Windsor Express, but Shante, after a huge first quarter from the Southern Stars, a big comeback there from Windsor Express to just get this down to a 7-point game. For a while, it looked like it would be a complete blowout on the Southern Stars end.
Well, Ben, you're right. However, thanks to 4 for 22, horrible shooting quarter for 18% by the Southern Stars, Windsor Express was able to get back into this game as they're only down 7 points.
Gernard Giroux, the first shot of the third quarter, that goes in and out, and it's a rebound for Jalen Robinson, who brings it ahead up to Vance Cooksey for Windsor Express. Nice backdoor find initially, but then taken away from behind by DeAndre Scott. Out in transition, there's Marcel Anderson. Had his shot altered couldn't finish, and the ball out of bounds, touching last on Troy Norris of Windsor Express, so it'll stay on this end with the Southern Stars wearing the blue jerseys. Southern Stars, 2 very tight wins, 98-92 over D Las Vegas and 86-83 over MR Sports. This has been their game with their largest leads, as they led by 17 earlier, and now DeAndre Scott extends the lead from 7 to 9.
Nice looking stop and pop there by DeAndre Scott.
Cooksey with a bounce pass over to Robinson. Fall away 18-footer, a bit too strong, and we'll see a foul called on Chaz Rollins with a grab, trying to fight with Deshaun Curtis for position on the boards.
Chaz Rollins not in good position to get that defensive rebound, and he's going to be caught for the foul there, trying to push off. Got to be able to establish in position and box out.
We're just over a minute into our third quarter. Windsor Express with the ball, down by 9. We're down by 17 earlier at the end of 1.
Oh,
nice find. There's
nice
Robinson.
Look.
Well, credit Cooksey with a gorgeous assist.
Cooksey just being aware of who's on the floor and being able to get into the paint and dish it off to the open man. Beautiful dish there.
Robinson has 8. It's now a 7-point game. The mid-range from Giroux, but that's too strong, and now a run out. Pass up ahead from Williams to Norris. He skies, but is blocked from behind. Giroux able to get back.
Giroux, nice effort to get back on the defensive end and stop that layup.
And it results in a 3. Jesse Morgan on the other end. He's got 18 now for Southern Stars. And it's back to a double-digit lead 2 minutes into the third quarter. Norris starts and stops, goes up against Rollins and draws another foul. And actually now they're going to change the call. Initially, it looked like they were calling a block on Rollins. Instead, they say Norris gave a little forearm shiver there in midair.
So getting a little chippy on this end. At the beginning of the play, Marcel Anderson really caught a really intense shoulder there. Moving screen, however, it was not called.
A 10-point lead for the team with the basketball, the Southern Stars. It's Scott driving inside, lays it off, and a big finish for Giroux.
Nice assist there by DeAndre Scott, living it for his big man.
It's the largest lead since early in the second quarter for the Southern Stars, 51-39. Cooksey find inside. There's Robinson, but he can't finish. Able to get his own tip in, though. Robinson staying with it. He's into double digits with 10. Just over 2.5 minutes into our third quarter in this Global Basketball Summer League Championship game. And looking for the back door, Anderson leading DeAndre Scott just a little too far. Good idea, but the execution not there.
Very good idea. Just mistimed his pass a bit much. Throw it ahead of his teammate.
7 first-half turnovers for Southern Stars compared to 12 assists. A pretty clean first half on the team in Blue's end. But after a turnover, it's a miss from Vance Cooksey and a chance to run out. Up ahead, it's DeAndre Scott, but stripped by Troy Norris. And they say it goes off the foot last of Scott.
That is a heck of a defensive effort by Troy Norris, as he's able to save the layup by his defense and poking it out of bounds.
Troy Norris has shown so much speed, even though he hasn't necessarily been under control all the time. But that's a great example. Came from really out of nowhere to strip Scott, and the former Oregon walk-on has really been playing with a high amount of energy.
And Ben, I say this as I probably, can speak for other coaches as well. You just love a guy when he's not shooting the basketball particularly well. He's able to still have an impact on the game, whether it be from getting his teammates involved or on the other end with his defense.
Norris was stripped there. It does stay with the Windsor Express, down by 10, 51-41, 6:47 to go third quarter. It's into Norris, little head fake. Working on Anderson, and goes back to Curtis. Curtis spins, but picked up the pivot foot and travels.
Gotta dribble before you walk, Ben. Gotta dribble before you walk.
So both teams exchanging turnovers here in the last couple possessions. And it's Southern Stars and their point guard Marcel Anderson, the 2012 MVP of the Global Basketball Summer League, brings it up. Dishes to the corner, and there's Scott, a 3.
DeAndre Scott, nice looking form on that jump shot. He's wide open.
Up to a 13-point lead now for Southern Stars, as DeAndre Scott has 6 points. Now it's Curtis from the right elbow, and that one splashes through the net. Both teams here starting to get into an offensive rhythm in this second half.
Don't want to get in trading baskets here. Definitely have to step up the defense. Nice poke behind there, but Marcel Anderson is able to recover as he hits the layup with the right hand.
Lucky bounce there. It came right back to Anderson after it was poked away from behind, and he's got 17 points. He scored 20 in each of the first two. Now here's Robinson trying to answer, but can't hit from downtown. 13-point lead for Southern Stars, looking to extend it here as Scott brings it up. Some contact, nothing called though, and Scott will eventually miss a fall-away jumper. It's Norris on the start and stop. Jump stop into the lane, will score, count the bucket.
Nice way to take the contact and still be able to convert it. He's heading to the line to complete the three-point play.
Norris, hoop in the arm. It's an 11-point game, 56-45. Southern Stars still leading as we go to our mandatory under 6 timeout here with 5:28 to go in the third quarter. Ben Wilson joined by Shante Jordan. And Windsor Express, certainly a team you don't expect them to go away. They have been dominant in their first two games, fell behind by 17 in the first quarter, but have been trying to get this back. The closest it was 4 points there late in the second quarter, but Southern Stars kind of getting a second wind here.
You're right. Ben, they did cut it down to 3. Unfortunately, Southern Stars came out with a different idea in mind as they got back to what made them successful in that first half. I'd like to see Marcel Anderson get it going here and get his team up and going.
Nothing interesting that I've noticed, Shante, we haven't seen James Still at all. Number 10 for Windsor Express. He had 10 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 steals in the last game. He had a cut on his right eye in the last game. Bandage is off today, so not sure why we haven't seen him at all. He's been pretty good for Windsor Express so far. Certainly something to watch here in the second half. As out of the timeout, Troy Norris finishes off the three-point play and is 9. 5:25 to go third quarter. A 10-point lead for the point guard Marcel Anderson and his Southern Star team. Bounce pass inside to Rollins. Kicks out to Morgan. Some nice ball movement here. It's Anderson for 3, but that's way off an air ball. Good ball movement, but doesn't result in the shot being made. And it goes back to Windsor Express here with 5:11 in the third quarter. In terms of fouls, been a very clean quarter. None called on Windsor Express, just 2 on Southern Stars so far.
It's very different from that first half. We had one guy have 6 fouls in the first half.
A nice pass inside. Robinson able to find Curtis on the hop, and he scores 15 for Deshaun Curtis.
No, you're right, Ben. Windsor Express, they're a well-coached team as they're coached by Scott Newman, assistant coach of the NBDL team, Windsor Express, and he's going to have his guys continue to play hard to try to milk away at this lead. They're not going to go away.
Oh, there's Mpawe putting it back to 10 with a big jam inside for the Southern Stars. 58-48 with 4:30 to go. Robinson looking to back down. Mpawe on the post makes a move, throws it up, and is fouled. Looked like pretty good defense at first from Mpawe, but might have gone a bit too aggressive.
Good
as
job.
Anderson is slow to get up, and I think it was Anderson there on the help defense who was called for the foul.
Good job by Jalen Robinson there, making his presence felt, establishing position early there in possession.
Robinson with 10 first half points, and he makes the free throw. As we've now seen this game settle in right in that 7 to 11 point range here for the last 5-10 minutes or so. It's right now a 9-point lead for the Southern Stars. And Robinson goes 1 for 2, 58-49. As the team in blue, the Southern Stars, bring it up. 4:20 to go in our third quarter. Crossover by Anderson, but stripped from behind, and that hit off the knee of Anderson. Again, it's the active hands of Troy Norris. He hasn't been that prolific of a scorer, but he's really been making a name for himself on the defensive end. That's now 2 steals coming from behind here just in this quarter alone.
You're right, Ben. He only had 6 points in that first half. However, he's having such an impact in the game even still, just with his activity on the defensive end.
Curtis top of the key. Will try to get inside. Leaves off for Robinson, who wasn't ready, but gets the ball back. We're under 10 on the shot clock. Robinson working on Rollins. Will try to lay it off for Curtis, who has to hurry. 4 on the shot clock. It's now Norris falling away. A deep deuce is off the heel. Tipped around, though. Comes inside to Hepburn, and he can't finish. Another loose ball. Bodies hit the deck, and we'll get a foul called. Chaotic sequence with 3:40 to go in the quarter, as it ends up being a foul called on DeAndre Scott of Southern Stars, so it stays here with Windsor Express.
Very sloppy possession there, very sloppy.
Now 3:40 to go in the third quarter. And it's Vance Cooksey top of the key. Good ball movement as Robinson will find his teammate Hepburn on the inside, and an easy layup.
Nice pass there from the big man. Nice pass to his point guard.
7-point game now, 58-51, as Anderson thought about the deep jumper. Instead passes to Rollins. Rollins, a fadeaway on the turnaround, and he gets it. Nice move.
Rollins showing the fade, the J work there on that fadeaway. Really nice looking jump shot there.
60-51, as Southern Stars leads in a timeout taken by Coach Scott Newman and Windsor Express with 3:05 to go in the third quarter. Windsor trying to chip away, but haven't been able to even it up. It's been Southern Stars leading from the get-go.
You know, every time it seems like Windsor Express has some momentum and they cut into this deficit, it seems Southern Stars always have an answer, whether it's with Marcel Anderson or even Jesse Morgan has gotten it going as he's at 17 points.
Things have been pretty even in this quarter in particular. 16-14, the Southern Stars advantage over Windsor Express. And it remains Jesse Morgan, the leading scorer, 18 points for Southern Stars. Anderson has 17. It's Curtis leading the way for Windsor Express with 15. Ben Wilson alongside with you here at the Doolittle Community Center. It's the last day of this 2016 Global Basketball Summer League in Las Vegas, joined by Shante Jordan. A great way to, even though this is our second of 4 games today, the marquee game right now, and a great way to cap off this 2016 GBSL. Very highly competitive game today.
You know, Ben, I'm all about milking the hot hand, and if you look at Windsor Express, the bright spot for them, the offensive end, Deshaun Curtis sitting at 15 points right now. You like to think if they go to their 6'6" big man.
On the drive inside, here's Price, gets to the hole but can't finish and will kick out. Now Michael Shin, aggressive move, bit out of control as he goes for the scoop up and under, and denied by Rollins. It's Anderson now on the other end for Southern Stars. Back to Rollins. He'll try a 3, but it's off to the left. And an offensive rebound attempt by Morgan, tipped out of bounds, goes back to the Windsor Express.
Chaz Rollins has the ability to hit that three-point shot, but you like to see him be a little bit closer to the rim and go to work in the post, as he appears to be a little bit outside of his range on that jump shot there.
Rollins has hit on 60% of his three-pointers so far in this Summer League, but not there, and it remains a 9-point game. Windsor Express with the ball, 2:20 to go in the quarter, and Robinson can't finish. Tries to tip it back up, and eventually brought down by Mpawe underneath. Robinson has had some great looks, has been a little inconsistent, though, finishing underneath. And another example right there as we get a kicked ball on Shin. Clock stopping with 2:06 to go in this third quarter. 60-51, Southern Stars with the ball, up by 9.
Gonna have Jannard Giroux come back in here for the Southern Stars, see if he's gonna get it going on the offensive end, as I know that he can.
Rollins taking a seat. Giroux with 6 points so far, and he'll get the ball right out of the inbounds pass. Giroux looking to back down Price. A fall-away shot misses off to the right, and there is the Canadian Price with the rebound. Up ahead to Cooksey. Stutters, goes hard to the hole, but nice defense from Morgan forcing the miss. An offensive board by Robinson. That one halfway down and comes out. Eventually it's Price with the rebound, and we get another foul. This time it's on the ground as Mpawe called for his 5th foul of the afternoon.
Tough break there. That ball was darn there in the cylinder. Unfortunately, it decided to change its mind and come out.
And Jalen Robinson having one of those days. He could easily have 20, 25 points today. Instead, he's got 11. Here's Shin, top of the key for 3. That just nicks the front of the iron well short. And Anderson will look to start the fast break. in the corner. It's Morgan, but he can't connect. And it will be Robinson corralling the board. We go up and down here at the GBSL. This time it's Hepburn, stripped, and we'll call a jump ball call.
Monte Burney with a nice defensive stop there. Well, he just snatched it like taking candy from a kid there.
Burney not happy with the jump ball call. He did seem like a very brief amount of time where there was dual possession. But it's Burney to jump against Hepburn. Burney at 6 feet out of Clarksville, Tennessee. Hepburn, in the meantime, out of Philadelphia. Hepburn playing for Division II Lock Haven University in Pennsylvania, graduated back in 2014. The tip will be 1 to Anderson and the Southern Stars. Up ahead, here's Morgan, who gets up and throws it down. Morgan's got a game-high 20. And the Southern Stars lead back up to double digits, 62-52 with 1:10 to go in the third quarter. Cooksey with a drive and kick. Shin really needs this 3 to go, but misses it off to the left. Offensive board from Price. He gets inside and will score. They count the basket. First bucket of the day for Jelaine Price.
Nice way to finally get on the board as he's going to head to the line for the opportunity to complete the three-point play. Nice effort there.
Exactly 60 seconds on our game clock in this third quarter. Price can't convert, and that'll have to be a foul on somebody. It's called on Giroux for pushing Robinson off the block there, totally wrapping him up.
Southern Star is so concerned with Jalen Robinson on that offensive glass, messed around and wrapped him up, and he's going to be heading to the line to shoot two for an opportunity for his team to get it within single digits heading into the fourth quarter. He connects on the first one.
Robinson now with 12. It's really hard to move him off that block. 6'10", 230, very strong player.
Very strong player. Does a really good job of using his size and making the defense feel him on the offensive end of the floor.
Robinson now has 13. Really dominated at the NAIA level after being kicked out at Dayton. 16 and 8 last year for Dalton State in Georgia. It's a 7-point lead for Southern Stars. 49 seconds to go in the third quarter. Giroux trying to get inside, but it's stripped. Robinson comes up with it. 3-on-2 for the Windsor Express. The shot initially missed. A second chance for Shin won't go.
A lot of
and now here's Hepburn. This scoop shot finally finds the bottom of the net.
You know,
and
Ben,
it's a 5-point game.
Ben, I can't speak enough about the importance of closing quarters as well. As you see Southern Stars becoming a bit unglued here.
There's Shin called for the foul, going for the strip. Would have been all alone in the open court. You can tell the momentum really on the side of the Windsor Express right now as they've gotten it back to within 5. Remember, this was a 17-point game at the end of the first quarter.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was, Ben. But when you don't close quarters well and you get away from what made you successful, you find yourself in these type of positions as Giroux is able to complete the dunk there.
That's a nice find, too, from Jesse Morgan. A subtle little slip there underneath, and Giroux gets the easy jam. Shot clock turned off here. 15 seconds left in the quarter. 64-57, Southern Stars lead. Windsor Express basketball. It's Cooksey trying to drive inside. Loose ball is poked away. 4 seconds left, and a foul is called.
See, Vance Cooksey, as the floor general, you have to do a better job. You have a lot of isolation play there, a lot of dribbling, not good decision-making there late.
It's Cooksey calling for the foul, and Windsor Express in the penalty. So we'll see Giroux get 2 free throws here. 4 seconds left in this third quarter. Tough sequence there for Windsor Express after they had it down to 5 a moment ago and looked like they could hold for the last shot, and instead they'll give up free throws here with still time left in this quarter.
I talked about the importance of closing quarters. Ben, that goes for both teams. If you look at Windsor Express, they cut the lead down to 5, and it's going to push back up here to maybe 9. And just not closing quarters well, that's a lack of execution.
Giroux now with 10 points, 2 seconds left. Long shot up from Cooksey, nearly gets it to go. Actually, that was Hepburn almost making it, just misses. And we go to the end of quarter number 3. Southern Stars continue to lead at 66-57 over the Windsor Express. 10 minutes away from deciding a champion. We'll find out who it'll be next after this.
George, the guy that had us of the referees, was he an official before?
NBA.
Oh, really? Never seen him. Quarter, man. Who's going to be the champions?
Ben Wilson back with you at the 2016 Global Basketball Summer League at the Doolittle Community Center in Las Vegas. We're 10 minutes away from deciding our 2016 champion. It's Southern Stars nursing a 9-point lead, 66-57 over the Windsor Express. Windsor Express in white, bringing it up from left to right. I'm joined by Shante Jordan. Been much more even since the first quarter, as it was a 17-point lead for the Southern Stars. And we'll get a foul right away on the first possession. Vance Cooksey with the drive, held by Monte Burney.
Good idea by Vance Cooksey to start this fourth quarter going to the basket. You like to see the aggressive early to start this fourth quarter to get his team back into this game.
It was 32-15 Southern Stars after one quarter. But they went ice cold from the field in the second, making just 4 of 18 field goals. It was a 7-point game at the half and pretty even in the third quarter. Southern Stars outscoring Windsor Express 22-20. Both free throws good for Vance Cooksey. He's got 8 points. And it's now a 7-point game. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Vance Cooksey's cousin on the other team, Marcel Anderson, number 1 in blue for Southern Stars, bringing the ball up. He's got 17. Jesse Morgan with the ball a moment ago. He has a game-high 20. It's Morgan with it right now, and 7 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Morgan stops and starts, goes hard to the basket, but a wild shot thrown up doesn't catch anything, and Troy Norris can run out with it. Nice. Norris all the way, able to finish it off.
Troy Norris was a man possessed, as he would not be stopped on that opposite. Whoa!
And on the other end, it's a charge called on Burney, and he can't believe it.
Talk about a change of events, Ben. Wow.
High-paced action here to start this fourth quarter. On one end, it's Norris with the lay-in, and on the other, Burney trying to respond, called for the charge, and he comes up clutching his right shin.
Man, that was such a move by Troy Norris here down here on fast break, finishing with contact, taking the hit.
Norris can't finish, but it's Robinson on the follow, and he's fouled. Grabbed by Jesse Morgan. And great recognition there by Troy Norris. He could see that Burney was grabbing at his knee and was limbering a little bit up the court, and was able to call for the ball and drive to the cup.
You know, before this fourth quarter started, there was a lot of complaining on the other end by Windsor Express. Felt as though they weren't getting many calls, and the referees had a meeting at center court before the fourth quarter started. And I don't know what happened, but it seems as though calls are going their way this time around to start this fourth quarter for Windsor Express.
Robinson makes the first free throw. He's got 14. That was the first foul called on Jesse Morgan. 66-62. It's the closest the game has been since late in the second quarter, when Windsor Express made a pretty big run. And the second doesn't go. Rebound to Chaz Rollins, who's back in for Southern Stars. A minute into our fourth quarter. 66-62, Southern Stars lead with the basketball. Looking for a backdoor cut. Not there, though. Norris able to poke it away, and a loose ball will come to Morgan inside. Morgan, with 6 on the shot clock, falls away and misses. Morgan, I think, had more time than he thought. But now we'll make up for it. Gets the steal here. Lob pass up ahead. There's Scott all alone, and he'll lay it in.
Nice heads-up play there by Morgan, and get not only the turnover, but nice outlet pass up ahead to his teammate for the 2 points.
68-62. The Southern Stars leading Windsor Express. A minute and a half into our fourth quarter. Norris working on Anderson. The drive and kick. 3 on the way, but it's short from Cooksey.
Jalen Robinson is establishing really good post position down low. However, his team is not looking for him.
There's an and one. Marcel Anderson never picked up on the fast break, and he'll get the and one.
Windsor Express cut this lead down to 4. However, it's exploded right back up to 8 points, possibly 9, as Marcel Anderson is going to the line to complete the 3-point play. As I mentioned earlier, every time Windsor Express makes a run, Southern Stars is able to answer.
20 points now for Marcel Anderson. He's matched his tournament average, 20 in the first game as well as in the second game. And he's got 20 today. 9-point lead for Southern Stars as Norris drives but can't finish. And here comes a run from Southern Stars right as it looks like Windsor Express might be making a push of their own to tie this game. Anderson short on the follow-away. It's tipped out, and now a 2-on-1. Curtis up ahead, fouled from behind as he went for the jam. Anderson, a good foul there as he's able to prevent the big finish and instead 2 free throws.
Really good foul there by Marcel Anderson, and he followed him hard enough so he couldn't complete the play. Sent him to the line to earn the 2 points the hard way.
It's Curtis at the line. He's got 15 today. His best performance of this 2016 Global Basketball Summer League. And he makes the first. Scored 11 in game 1 with 5 rebounds and 3 steals, 8 and 4 yesterday in that win over Finland Select. 8-point game now as Windsor Express has never led. A situation they are unfamiliar with. They won by 24 in game 1 over DMV All-Stars. They beat Finland Select by 30 last night.
This game is very, very uncharacteristic of Windsor Express. As you mentioned, they average a 24-point margin of victory in their wins here in this tournament. So for them to have never led in this game is quite surprising, especially with the stakes being so high with this being a championship game.
Giroux missing a 3, and now on the other end, it's Anderson called for his 3rd foul. 7:20 to play in our Global Basketball Summer League championship game here in 2016. Good amount of scouts here in the building at the Doolittle Community Center on the north side of Las Vegas. It's Norris, little head fake. Will now drive inside, lays it off, goes through the legs of Robinson, but instead picked up inside by Curtis. He can't finish. Another offensive chance. It finally goes in. Robinson,
Trey Norris really has some springs at only 6 feet. I'm curious to know what his vertical is. That guy can really get off the ground in a hurry.
Robinson had his hand up there like he wanted credit for the basket. We'll see who they give it to. As on the other end, there's the answer. A miss from Morgan, but Rollins right there for the putback for Southern Stars. And it's a 73-65 lead. 6:40 to go in the ballgame. Robinson inside, uses the hand, looked like a push-off. Nothing called, he gets it back, and eventually stolen. Scott trying to run out. The drive and kick, the trailer, Morgan for 3. That's off, but tipped out of bounds, and that looked like it was off Alex Williams, and it is. 6:25 to play. Southern Stars keeps the ball here up 8, 73-65. Rollins to inbound. And we'll find Anderson. Anderson looking for the nifty pass. So that's too low, though, for Morgan to pick up.
There.
And we'll see a foul called in the backcourt here. Mpawe, his 6th foul of the day, trying to prevent a run out and will instead be called for the foul. 6:16 to play in our championship game. 8-point lead for Southern Stars. They've never trailed. Well, this game is much different from early in the first quarter when it was a 17-point lead for Southern Stars right out of the gate.
Someone's going to come.
Cooksey being hounded by his cousin Marcel Anderson, and a foul called. The 4th on Anderson.
Dribbled himself a bit in trouble there, dribbling to the corner as no one came to really help him so he can release the ball. However, he was following the play, and they're going to sideline out of bounds.
Remember, you get 10 fouls to work with here in the Summer League, so nobody really in foul trouble as we play under 6 minutes to go. Cooksey again on the drive, and another foul called. Again, it's Anderson. 17 fouls already on the Southern Stars in this quarter.
7 fouls to 1. That's really
just 1. Yeah, 5:56 to play. Only 4 minutes and change into our final quarter here at the Global Basketball Summer League. Robinson faces up in Poway, drives to the basket, is fouled but can't finish. Strong move from Robinson.
Nice take there. Strong, as you mentioned, it is a very strong move by Jalen Robinson. And that's something that he can do. He probably hasn't done it enough here in this game. It seems as though every time Windsor Express goes to Robinson, good thing comes out of it. You wonder why they haven't gone to him more in this game.
That's the 7th foul called on Paulin Mpawe. So I guess we do have somebody now, Shante, in foul trouble. Here with 5:51 to go, we come to our mandatory under 6 timeout. 5:51 to play. It's a 73-65 lead for the Southern Stars over Windsor Express. You can tell some frustration here for Southern Stars, even though they've really clawed their way back in, just haven't been able to get over the hump. And a lot of it, too, has just been that inability to finish really close to the basket.
I agree, Ben. They've worked so hard all game long. You wonder if they have anything left here in the gas tank as it stands here. It's only an 8-point game if they're on the free throw line shooting, too. But if they continue to push the ball and don't give up on the offensive end, and if they continue to execute on defense, I think they have a really good opportunity to put themselves in position to come back and snatch this game.
Out of the timeout, it's Robinson connecting on the free throw.
You mentioned James Still had some really good production for Windsor Express heading into this game. You're right, we have not seen much of Still. You like to wonder what's going on with his health and why we have not seen much of him tonight.
I think it has to be something injury-related. Don't want to speculate, of course, but he hasn't played at all today. Certainly a bit of a hindrance for Windsor Express, as Jalen Robinson makes both. He's now got 18, and it's a 6-point ball game. Inside, nice find, and there's Mpawe. The big man from California throws it down, and it's back to an 8-point lead. And there you go, Shonda. Every time Windsor Express makes a run, a response from Southern Stars.
And Ben, I don't know if it's miscommunication or what, but you see the easy dunk there by Paulin. That kind of stuff just can't happen, and you're trying to get back into the ball game.
A long miss on the 3 from Robinson. On the other end, it's Anderson. Misses an off-balance shot from about 15 feet. And we'll see a foul on the backcourt called after Curtis came up with it. And again, that's on Mpawe. That's foul number 8 by my count.
It seems like it's a really, really difficult struggle for Windsor Express to secure the rebound on the defensive end.
5 minutes to go now. 75-67. Windsor Express trailing with the ball down 8, and we see another foul on the inside. And there you go. That's Mpawe. He's got 9 now. One away from going into very elusive company.
Mpawe has more fouls than points now at this point.
6 points, 9 fouls for Paulin Mpawe, the 6'10", 230-pound big man who played a year at Idaho.
He's on his way to a double-double, not in the way that you want it.
That's a very rare double-double, something you only see in Summer League. As Cooksey makes the first, he's got now 10 points after making both. And the Chicago product who plays for Wakana Start Lublin in Poland and has had stints with 3 different teams in the D-League, gets it to a 6-point game. 4:45 to go, and Anderson fouled by Cooksey trying to sift through the defense. A double team put on Anderson, and he'll be fouled. Windsor Express here, just their second team foul, is at Southern Stars basketball up 75-69.
Wally Hepburn is going to come back in for Windsor Express, hoping to have one final push, have his team have one final push. Here, just under 5 minutes left to go in the championship game.
Scott.
Very short.
However, airball's a 3.
Again, Windsor Express not able to secure the rebound.
You're right on that, Shante. Mpawe able to pick it up, and a big mismatch underneath. Somehow it was Norris who had the assignment of boxing out Mpawe, and he has to pick up the foul. 75-69 as Mpawe goes to the line. Mpawe had a massive game in Game 1 for Southern Stars, played all 40 minutes, had 9 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks.
Very solid game. A little bit different here as he's still 10 rebounds. He's on his way to maybe 10 fouls and fouling out of this game. He's really close.
Poway with 9 fouls. Again, it takes 10 fouls to be disqualified from Summer League, and both free throws missed, so it remains a 6-point game. Norris driving hard to the hole. Blocked, though, by Rollins. This one tipped up and grabbed by Poway. Southern Stars want to run. In the corner, it's Scott. A little head fake. Goes inside. A lot of contact and a foul. And they'll get Norris.
It seems as though DeAndre Scott lowered his shoulder there. However, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt with his aggressive play, and he's going to be on the line shooting too.
Oh, and you use as much speed and get to the basket as fast as Scott did there. It's really hard for defenders to get square there and draw a charge. And 2 free throws coming up for Scott. He makes the first. His best game of this Summer League. A Summer League high 9 points today. Averaged 18, 5 and 5 for NAIA Tougaloo College this last year. Graduating there in the spring. Goes 1 of 2, so it's a 7-point game. Cooksey on the drive. Leaves it off inside for Curtis, who is fouled on the way up.
Nice pass there by Vance Kuski, setting up his big man as Deshaun Curtis is going to be rewarded as he's going to head to the line.
Rollins upset with that call, just his first foul, but he thought he was straight up. 4:15 to play in our 2016 Global Basketball Summer League Championship. And the first free throw away short from Deshaun Curtis. That's the one area he struggled today, just a 56% free throw shooter.
You're right, Ben, but your team is down 7 points with 4:15 left here in this championship game. You'll like to be able to take these freebies of points and make sure you connect on them all.
Hey, Marcel
Anderson gets away with a push-off there. As you see, Windsor Express is going to have pressure here in the backcourt on these Southern Star backcourt.
Getting 1 out of 2 there is Curtis. He's now 2 of 6 from the line today. 6-point game, 76-70. Southern Stars basketball with 4:13 left. And Morgan will walk it up. Bad pass and a turnover. Looked like that ball might have slipped out of the hands of Jesse Morgan. Careless turnover, though.
It's a bad mental error there as the ball is going to go back to Windsor Express as they're going to have another opportunity to cut into this 6-point deficit.
Cooksey getting the play call from his coach, Scott Newman. Will drive around the baseline, lay it off inside. Another pass, and there's Robinson with the finish. Norris able to stay in bounds while finding Robinson.
You know, and I feel as though Windsor Express has found a winning strategy and formula there with Vance Kuski taking the dribble, getting into the paint. He's able to get into the paint and create for his big man to finish around the rim.
It's a 4-point game. Southern Stars lead with the ball. 3:30 to go in our championship game, and a near turnover. In fact, it is. Scott can't control it. Norris forcing another turnover.
And that is 2 very bad turnovers back-to-back for the Southern Stars that they find themselves becoming unglued here late.
3:20 to play, and Cooksey walks it up. Cooksey goes inside, lays it off. There's Robinson again, and the scoop layup goes on the reverse.
Ben, for the 3rd time in a row, Vance Kuski is able to get into the paint and create for his big man.
That's 22 for Robinson, and on the other hand, there is the answer. Anderson able to keep himself controlled in midair and gets the and one. Norris calling for the foul.
Ben, forget about Allen Iverson. It seems as though Marcel Anderson has the answer, as he's been the answer whenever Windsor Express has made a run. He's been able to answer on the other end.
Anderson with 22, leading Southern Stars. Robinson with 22 for Windsor Express, and it's a now 79-74 lead for Southern Stars as Anderson finishes off the 3-point play. 3 minutes to go in a 5-point game. Championship on the line here at the GBSL in Las Vegas. There's Robinson again, and he finishes. It's a foul and one. Late call, and that's on Poway. And if they've been keeping track, that's 10 fouls on Poway. We'll see if they enforce it here as we go to our under 3 timeout. 2:56 to go. Southern Stars still leads, but it's 79-76.
And again, Ben, Vance Kuski. Again, Vance Kuski utilizing his dribble ability and able to get into the paint to create. He's done that maybe 4 straight times here in this fourth quarter.
Well, we're going to see if they are tracking the fouls here. I've got 10 for Mpawe. He had 4 at the half. But with volunteer scores to our left, I don't think they've notified the officials. Officials, it's not their job to keep track.
That's very true, Ben.
So it looks like I'd imagine nobody really picked up on that. So he's going to be out on the court for now.
It's a oversee by the scorers table. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it seems as though we're going to continue playing.
Well, nobody seems to have a problem with it. 2:56 to play. Free throw is made by Robinson. Robinson after that bucket rejoins Marcel Anderson with 23, and now a foul called. It'll go against Hepburn.